As a new mother, you imagine the great joys you will experience. You will fall deep, deep in love. You will feel your heart grow to the point of bursting. You will watch with pride as your baby reaches milestones and you celebrate them all. You will remember the laughs and the smiles, the big moments and the small ones, until you start feeling unwell. You begin feeling pain, you pass out and are unconscious. You are taken to the emergency room, where you are later pronounced dead. These moments are suddenly robbed from you and your baby, and most likely it could have and should have been prevented. Maternal deaths are a real problem in the United States.
According to the World Health Organization, maternal mortality is the death of a woman while pregnant or within 42 days of termination of pregnancy, but not including accidents. From 2000 to 2010, Texas' estimated maternal mortality rate was around 17.7 deaths per 100,000 births. But after 2010, that rate had leaped to 33 deaths. In 2014, it had reached up to 35.8 deaths. In this 4-year period, more than 600 women died for reasons related to their pregnancies. Researchers were stumped, saying that in the absence of war, natural disaster, or severe economic upheaval, the doubling of a mortality rate within a 2-year period in a state with almost 400,000 annual births seemed unlikely.
The demographics of Austin are changing. However, historic oppression and institutional racism have informed our city's current landscape and manifested into disproportionality and disparities. I-35 is a tangible example of the division and inequality in our city. There is an overall poverty rate of 20.3%, yet minorities are disproportionately represented. Austin City Demographer reported on the top trends of Austin. One is that the growth of Hispanics dominates the city's overall growth. He also highlights that there is significant suburbanization of Austin's African American households. This data was key in determining where our target populations lived and the best way for us to reach their communities.
In order to address these health disparities, we decided to focus on the African American and Latino women in Travis County as our target audience. Reaching such a large demographic of women, as well as their families, required a means of education and awareness that is easily and widely accessible, leading to the decision to create a radio PSA. This PSA will be oriented on improving the health of these women before conception by increasing their awareness about statistics, resources for additional guidance, and different ways to maximize preconception wellness. In developing these PSAs, we plan to incorporate a series of short radio novellas addressing different maternal health topics.
To ensure that we are effective in spreading awareness of maternal health out into the public, we decided to prepare 2 different scripts to use as guidelines during our radio PSAs. One script will be aimed towards African American mothers and their families, and the other script will be aimed towards Latina mothers and their families. We made it a focus to ensure that our scripts were culturally competent and included languages and colloquialisms that are relatable and understandable in each community. For example, they would include culturally appropriate messages that would reach Latinas and their families. For example, a fiancé needs to watch her health since she is going to raise a family in the future. Now take a listen at 2 of our sample scripts.
Hi there, what can I get for you today?
Hi, can I get a vanilla bean frappuccino with extra whipped cream and some chocolate drizzled on top?
Honey, are you sure about that? Maybe we can go get a smoothie instead.
Mother, it's okay. It doesn't have any caffeine in it. Geez, I'm 7 months pregnant. You think I don't know that it's not okay to have caffeine by now?
That's not why I'm worried, honey. Now that you're in your later stages of pregnancy, you may actually develop what's called gestational diabetes. When I was pregnant with you, my doctor told me all about it.
Gestational diabetes? I never read about that in the books. They only talk about what to expect when the baby comes.
Well, you can ask your doctor more about it, but basically, if you develop gestational diabetes and are having too much sugar, this can lead to some problems with the baby, to where they can be at risk for obesity or type 2 diabetes.
Ma'am, so was there anything else that you'd like?
Now that I've thought about it, is it possible to change my order to a strawberry banana smoothie instead?
Sure thing, ma'am, and it's on the house for being an excellent mother-to-be.
To learn more about gestational diabetes and other maternal or preconception health topics, contact your local provider today. You can also check out your local clinic's website for more information.
Ay, tengo 1001 cosas que hacer de trabajo y luego tengo una cita con el doctor y tantos detalles que arreglar para la boda. Casi que no puedo respirar.
Ay, amiga, tienes que relajarte un poquito más. ¿Cómo pretendes poderte embarazar algún día si vives con tanto estrés?
Ya me relajaré cuando me embarace. Antes de pensar en eso, tengo que pensar en todo lo que tengo que hacer ahorita.
Pues mujer, ¿qué no sabes que si andas vuelta loca ahorita, le estás haciendo daño a tu cuerpo y puede llegar a afectar tu salud, tanto como la del futuro bebé?
¿A poco?
Claro, tienes que crear un buen ambiente para que puedas concebir y luego para que nazca el bebé sano.
Pero ¿cómo puedo relajarme si vivo con tanto estrés?
Pues piensa en tu lugar favorito. ¿Dónde te sientes más relajada?
Uy, pues eso sería cuando voy a mis caminatas en el parque. No tengo que pensar en nada ahí.
Muy bien, entonces cierra los ojos, inhala contando a 5 y exhala contando a 5 y piensa en tus caminatas.
¡Qué buena onda! Me siento mucho mejor.
Si solo haces eso cuando te encuentras estresada, te podrá ayudar a sentirte un poco más relajada.
Muchísimas gracias, amiga. El mantener un bajo nivel de estrés puede mejorar la salud de la mujer y de sus futuros hijos. Mucho estrés puede afectar las hormonas que regulan la regla y reducir la fertilidad de la mujer, dificultando la concepción y la salud del embarazo.
Now, let's take a look at what we will need for this project. Our budget includes hiring voice actors, script writers, as well as having the show air on local Austin radio stations during the time when women listen the most. After researching various stations, K274AX has rates that are typically $84 for a 30-second spot. For voice actors, a recording of up to 60 seconds is around $200. Lastly, scriptwriters' rates vary, but for radio, the price is around $200 per a 250-word page.
The short-term impact is an increased awareness of maternal mortality, as well as the importance of a future mother's health prior to conception. Through PSAs, we hope to engage and stimulate the community to work with leaders and rethink long-term solutions to improve maternal health for women of all races, ethnicities, and socioeconomic backgrounds.
And so, it is in the end that we must all come together to tackle maternal mortality, to care.